Hello everyone, let us start our next lecture on data structure of stack. In continuation with the previous lecture, we are now going to understand how we implement the stack using linked list. So in the previous lecture, we have covered the concept of stack, its implementation using arrays, and its two operations push and pop. Now in this video we will understand how the stack is performed using linked list in C programming. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel, and if you like it, then please like and share it also. Now let us start with understanding the concept of algorithm of push operation using linked list. So this is the algorithm. Now we will understand this step, how it is performed. Now in the first step, we have to check for the condition that stack is empty. So for that, we have to check that top pointer is null. Now if it is null, that means the stack is empty. So it means that our item is the first element to be inserted onto the stack. So for this, we simply assign our top pointer to item, that is, we have assigned our first node of the linked list to be the first item to be placed on the stack, and place the value of the first node to the top pointer of the stack. Now if our stack already has some elements, then we will first check the condition for our top pointer to not to be null. That means the stack is not empty, so it contains some elements on it. Then we have to insert our item onto the stack and increment the top pointer in the form of node. So for that, we first join the item node to the last node of the stack, and then we increase the top pointer, and our top pointer will point to the last node or the last item to be inserted. So the process continues until we find the terminating condition for inserting elements onto the stack. Now let us understand diagrammatically how it is done. Now in step 1, the top pointer is null, that is, no elements are present on the stack. Then we create the item node and assign the top pointer to be the item node, that is, the item is the first node of the stack. Now in next step, our stack is not empty. Then how we will insert item onto the stack? So for this, we first create the item node and let the item node created be assigned the value 45. Now there is already a node that has the value 23 on the stack. So how we will insert the new node, that is 45, onto the stack? So the address of the node 45 will be assigned the address of the last node, that is 23, on the stack. So the item node 45 is now linked to the stack, and the top pointer will now point to the item node 45 on the stack. So in this way, other nodes can be inserted onto the stack. Now let us understand the programming concept of stack using linked list in C programming language. In the C programming code, we first assign the structure of the node where each node of the item contain a data value which is of integer type and a next pointer that will point to the next node, and we will define this node as a type def of the node pointer which is of the pointer type. Now for the push function, which is defined as a void function, we first check the condition for the stack to be empty. So for that we have checked using if loop, the if top is equal to null, that means our stack is empty. So we first create the item node by using the malloc function and then scan the value of the item. Then we assign the next pointer of the item to be null. Now we point the top pointer to the item node which is created to be the node on the stack. Then what if the other nodes are present stack? Then to add other nodes on the stack, we come to the else part of the programming code. Then we create the new node, that is the item node, by using the malloc function and enter the data value to the item node, and its next pointer will now point to the null value. So now we will add or insert this item node onto the stack. Then the top of next will be assigned the value of node pointer, that is item node, and then at last the top will now be shifted to the item node which is inserted onto the stack and will become the top node, that is the last node of the stack. So in this way the push function is recursively called till all the item nodes are inserted onto the stack, and in this way our programming code of stack using linked list will be performed. Now let us look at the output screen of the program. Each time the item node is created and is placed or inserted onto the stack. So in this way the stack will contain 23 as the first node and the 20 as the last node on the stack. Hope all of you understand the push operation of stack by implementing it in both ways, that is by using array and the linked list. Next we understand the pop operation using linked list on stack. For this first we understand the pop operation algorithm on stack. Here is the algorithm for pop function of stack. First we have to check the condition of the stack to be empty or full. Now if the stack is empty, we will print the stack is already empty, the statement, and go to the else part where we have to delete the items from the stack. For that the last item onto the stack is the first item to be deleted from the stack. So for that we have to point the item or the node to be deleted to the same as address of the top of the stack. So we will do this by assigning item of next is equal to top of next. After that we will print the value of the item deleted or popped from the stack onto the screen and join the top pointer to the next node on the stack, that is by assigning top of next to top of next, and then we will free the item node to the memory location, and at last we will increment or modify the value of top pointer to be top of next. So in this way our pop algorithm will be performed using linked list. Now let us understand the topic diagrammatically. Here the last node contains the value 20 is to be deleted first. So the top pointer is pointing to the last node, that is having the value 20. For that we will first shift the top pointer to the node which is next to the node, that is the last node having value 20, that is the node having value 45, and then we will free the last node that is having the value 20. So our top pointer will now point to the value 45, which is the last node of the stack. Then to remove the top node, that is 45, which is now the last node of the stack, and then we have to shift the top pointer to the previous node of the node having value 45. So in this way we will repeat the process till our stack is empty and the top value will be assigned to null. Now let us understand the programming code of pop operation of stack using linked list by using C programming. So in this programming code we have assigned a void pop function in which we will first check for the stack condition to be empty or full. If our stack is empty, then we have just to print the stack is empty, and then we will go to the else part where we will pop the first element, that is the item node, by assigning the item of next which is equal to the top of next, and then we have to point the top pointer to the previous node on the stack, which is now the last node of the stack, and then we have to free the item node from the stack to the memory. Now this pop function will be executed recursively until either the stack is empty or the required terminating condition is satisfied. Now let us have a look on the output screen of the pop function. So we have taken the previous stack which we have formed using the push operation. Now the first item to be deleted is the last item which we have pushed onto the stack, that is the item 20 is the last item or the last node of the stack, which is popped out by performing LIFO method, and the pop operation will be performed in this way. Hope this lecture is informative and useful to all of you for implementing stack using linked list. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for more informative lectures on data structure. Our next lecture will be on topic Q in data structure.